Hello, everybody. Welcome. We want to talk to you today about ConnectX, our very fun new platform that allows you to take a lot of data from many sources, manipulate that data, and send it back out. We'll show you the basics, and then we'll show you a real example. So our agenda is going to be to talk about Epiphany, the modules, and how about what all ConnectX can do. We'll give you a good example with consolidated time entry. All right, what is Epiphany? We've been around since 2002. We focused on equipment management, allowing you to rent it and all the things. We'll talk more about that. Our latest innovation allows you to pull data from many sources, manipulate it, and push it back to many sources. And we have some fun new things coming up with supply chain, manufacturing, MRO. Supply chain will be our next release. Okay, so Epiphany modules. So the Epiphany has been offering many modules for over 20 years now. We do everything from to manage a piece of equipment, whether you need to just see its life cycle history or preventive maintenance, warranty, and coverage, whether you need to create coverages and have a revenue line of managing extended warranties and entitlements and all of those things. Your work orders we can do, your depot repair, loaners, all of that. So your entire life cycle of your unit we manage. All right, so now we're going to take a quick look at ConnectX. We're going to introduce Madhuri Reddy, and she's going to do a quick overview of some of the basic things you can do in ConnectX.
Hi, everyone. I am Madhuri Reddy. I'm a product manager here for ConnectX at Epiphany, and I'm going to show you the capabilities of the ConnectX platform. From today, we are building our supply chain on this platform. As Brenda said, that's our major release next. But I want to show you today the capabilities of the platform itself. So the customizations that can be built in, the integrations, and all the things that this platform is meant to do. One of the capabilities of the system and purposes of the system is you can integrate it with multiple systems, whether it's your finance system, your CRM system, whatever applications you have. It should be able to pull data. You should be able to correlate all the data and then use Power BI to run your reports. That is one of the major capabilities of the system today. Okay, so just to walk you through the capabilities of this ConnectX platform, when you'll have your account, the basic capabilities is uploading your logo, saying this is my account, setting your color scheme, right? The next thing I wanted to go through is, let's say you wanted for example, certification record for a unit, right? So I can create a new record type, call it certification. Icon. Okay, once I have this record created, right, I can add fields to it saying what does certification mean to me, to my company, right? I'll have what certification, right? We offer almost all data types in here. I'm going to pick text for now. I'll say that's a required field. I want to show that in list. And quick add capability, I'll demo that in a little bit, but that's a feature that's available. Okay. So certification, when does the certification start? Date. When does it expire? And what unit is it associated with, right? And this is a reference, so it refers to another data type table that's available in my system. So I'm going to go ahead and pick unit, right? I want to show the certifications as a sub list on my unit record. I want to say that is a required field. Go ahead and add that. So that's my certification table. One of the capabilities is the form layout. I can choose to show the order of the fields, whatever I want them to meet. I can make them as wide or as short as I want them to be. It could be linear, it could be sequential. It's up to you how you want your form layouts to be. And I could even add some static text to highlight or put some notes in here for every user, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. So now I have my certification record is available for data entry. So if I go in here, Okay, I will go ahead and add a new record. So let's say my unit is PMA certified, right? It was 3, 2, and it expired yesterday. Okay, I will pick a unit. All right, I've saved the record. Let me go look at my list view. It shows I have created a PMS certification for a unit. If I go look at my SM unit and pick that unit, if I scroll down, I should see that certification and see that it expires. So that is the basic capability. Some of the other features that are available on the platform itself is the import-export capability. CSV files are fully supported. Quick Add is a great functionality. And here I can do PMA certification for some other unit, for example. So let's say my unit ID was whatever the internal ID or some factor that you want to track, and it starts today and it will end in a year. So 2025, January 16th, right? And that unit, I do need to pick a unit, so I'm going to pick the existing unit. So those are the basic capabilities of the platform. When we do the time demo, I'm going to talk a little bit more about Quick Add, and then I'll go into dashboards and users' roles and reporting. So we'll talk about those in a little bit here.
Okay. Thank you, Marjorie. That looked great. All right, so let's talk a little bit now about time. Time, the most valuable commodity that we have, the thing that we can't really replace. And we track a lot of time in our work every day. We track the time it'll take to do a job, whether that's an admin tracking their time to a particular project, whether that's a repair ticket and how long it took to do the repair, how long it took to do the services at a particular site. We track all of those things. So in this example, we have Sally at the office. She needs to enter her time on Project Act, and she's going to do that probably in the ERP system. Then we have Bob, and he is doing a repair in the field, and he needs to enter his time, and he's probably going to do that on some type of mobile system for his field service or on paper. Then we have Tim, who is in the field office working on a project, and he may actually enter that, say, in a repair ticket. So we have 3 different people tracking time for a single project in 3 different systems in probably 3 different ways. So with ConnectX, Bob, Tim, and Sally can all enter their time in one system for a different task on the same project. Now, what does that mean? So we've got over here on the left, we've got the ERP, the repair, and the manufacturing, where everybody's entering their time in different systems in different ways. We can take all of that data and push it into our ConnectX cloud, allow people to review entries and correct entries. From those 3 systems, instead of pushing the time, we could push the task, and they could have a single point of data entry in ConnectX cloud as well. You could do it either way. But when you're complete and you've reviewed those entries and corrected those entries, you can now push that data to payroll and back to your ERP, repair, and manufacturing. This could be done automatically, manually, or based on a time schedule of your choosing. So from one central place, time can be entered based on different project tasks from different systems, and you can have it all in one place to enter and manage and track that time. So this is an example of a time record being entered in one single place, and we'll show you that real time in a moment. So we're going to hand it back to Madi and let her show you all of that.
Here we're back to ConnectX platform. I'll show you the dashboard we have built out for time entry. Then I'll go through what the dependent records are, how the structure is set up, and then we'll look at some data entry, quick data entry on time, and we'll review the reports at the end. So to talk you through all the dependent records on a time, right? For our system internally, we track department, class, who the customer is, which project is the time entry on, what project type, what project task the time is for, and the item, the billable item that's going to be correlated to all this information, right? So for us, time entry can it involves a lot of information, and we wanted to keep it very simple and tied in. So we have a time task here, a table we have created, which connects the project, which inherently has the project, the customer, everything associated with it already, the project task, right, associated, the item that should default. You can choose to select a different item when you do the time entry, right? Internally, we use, for project management, we use ClickUp. So if the only task, the only work is going to be project management, you won't see other fields filled in. But if, let's say, that project management is related to product update, then you'll see AHA is our product platform that we use internally. And so you'll see AHA references. And let's say there's some dev work involved and they work out of DevOps, then that will be correlated in here. So our project task can be associated to n number of associated project management tasks, product management, and dev work, right? And different people in our company are working on different systems. So we are tying everything in together here. This involves a little bit of setup on your end. It can be automated to say when it comes from here, and these are the referential data, this is what it needs to be. Once you have this data set up, time entry for your users, day-to-day users, becomes quick. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. And let's say it's me who's entering time for today. I'm doing the ConnectX demo, so I'm going to go ahead and log time for that. I'm not going to do start time and end time. I'm going to go ahead and use the project management. If I know what the internal ID is, right? If I'm coming from AHA and I know I'm working on 129, I can type it in that number and it'll filter down those results to me. So if a developer is coming in or your technician is coming in from other system and he knows only the work order number, he can put that in here and it should filter down to the results that match that work order number. Okay. Once I pick that, I can click on this icon and make sure that I've selected the right one. Okay, I'm looking at, this is the product platform. So I'm looking at this and that looks good to me. I'm going to go ahead and say that is my default time item is R&D, which I can definitely confirm here, right? I can go in here and see that it's R&D. That's what I want to use and put in time entry demo. Okay, I'll hit save. All right, let's go to list view. I think it's my filter. That's okay. Let me sort this data. I can sort my data in my list view so I see my most recent entries on top, right? And then this is the time entry I created, just so we can go back and look. Go ahead and show you the quick add feature. Let's say I did this every day for the whole week, right? I know what I need to pick. It's me. I'll start with early this week. I know it's R&D. Add and say, and let's say every demo was 1 hour. Of course, I can change it. So I'm going to go ahead and make copies of it and say, okay, this was on Tuesday. This was on Wednesday. And since I did Thursday already, I'm going to go ahead and pick. I'm not going to create that one. Let's say on Monday, I worked for 2 hours on demo. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and hit save. Okay. Okay. All those time entries, if you can see here, have been created. So that's the quick add feature. I'm showing certain fields that says this has been synced and whether it's pending approval, just to walk you through those fields, right? The financial system, the payroll system that we're connecting to is NetSuite in our backend. So my NetSuite sync is pending. The approvals come from NetSuite, so it's pending approval. And if the sync fails or the approval is rejected, then those notes will come in here from the other system. So the user who's entering their time can go back and review their time entries and confirm that everything looks good, or something has been pending and didn't sync, why did it not sync? And if it failed, it'll show the error message why it failed, so they can go back and fix. Okay, so quickly to go back and show you the dashboard. Creating a dashboard is as easy as creating a field in a form. Let's say I wanted to edit the layout, and let's say I had another record type I wanted to add in here, right? So I can say add new. I have the options of adding a record type tile, recently viewed records, or Power BI tile, right? So let's just say I add that. I can drag and drop it in here, customize it to say I want to see, let's say sites, let's say, and that is now available, and I save the dashboard, and now the dashboard has been updated. So updating the dashboard is as easy as I just showed you here. And then I showed you when I did my time entry, I went from here to enter time. So you can customize this dashboard to be whatever you need to be.
Okay, so this is an example of some of the data that we have available. So, you want to see a lot of information about your time. You want to see maybe how much you've worked in a particular state, or how much work you've done by how you categorize it. Here they categorize by small, medium, and large. You want to see who's entered time where. So we have all this available, very easy to see. And we can also see it by state, by who's active and who's not, et cetera. Okay. Then here's another example. This will be what we have coming up, some of the scorecard data. So I can see here for this particular company how much time we've entered every day. And if they have sub-companies or sites that we work at, I can see exactly how we've been working for each day for each particular site or each particular person. So I can also see it by date. So here I can see by each date for each company what work I've done. And then I can go over and I can see by person. I can see what work each person has done and how much time they're logging, how much is billable, how much is not. I can see it by project. So I can see all my time I've entered by project very easily. I can see my time by work type and categorization. And I can see it by a different categorization. In this case, we call it Epic, but you can make up your own categorizations. And I can see how much time has been worked by each particular task or category or Epic that I wanted to see. And these are all completely can be tailored to you and your company and your needs. If you're interested in learning more, you can reach us at our sales@epiphany.net on our website. We have a form you can use, or you can certainly give us a call. We actually answer the phone live. So everyone have a great day, and thank you again for your time.